So in this video I'm going to look at decreasing the file size of a screencast. So this is the screencast that I just made. The regular one where I just clicked save is about 225 megabytes. I also exported as 480p and it dropped it down to about 102 megabytes. That's still way too big to be emailing people or having people trying to download it that have slower internet speeds. So one of the programs that I use is called Handbrake. So you can just go to handbrake.fr and download it for whatever computer you have. And then, depending on what kind of computer you have, may look a little bit different. For this one, my Mac always asks me if I really want to open it because it's a program that's not from their app store. So it just takes a few seconds to open this, and then initially it wants to ask you which file you want to open. But what I'm going to do, just to show you, is once you have, I usually leave this open if I'm making videos, so from here I can two-finger click or right-click and go open with, and I can tell it to open it with Handbrake. So now this will load it into Handbrake, and there's a lot of things that you can adjust on here. If you don't want to really get into this, if you just want to make some videos for your classes or whatever, the easiest thing is just go to General and go to Very Fast 480p. And then I always click Web Optimized. And then we have to, the same file name will come up and you have to decide where you want to put it. So I'm going to put it back into this file, or this folder. And then what I'll frequently do is just add a C because it's compressed. So this transcoder will do a lot of different things. It's going to put it to MP4 file, and it's going to do so relatively quickly. So one of the nice things about this is that this will normally be a small enough file where you can email it to people. I send through WeChat. I think you can send through WhatsApp. There's a lot of different ways that you can send videos to students. You can share it through either OneDrive or Google Drive or whatever. But this will just make the file size a lot smaller, again, for people who don't have a fast internet speed. So you can see this is just taking a minute or two to change the size of the video. And we can go over here and look. It's not 48 bytes, but it will be much smaller than 102 megabytes. So again, you're going to lose image quality here. So if this was something that you really need the image quality, maybe change some of the settings until you find the happy medium between image quality and file size. But for most of the stuff that we're doing in a classroom, we don't need perfect file quality. So it does pop up a little video that says put down that cocktail, your encoding is done, and you can see this has shrunk it to 10 megabytes. So it's roughly, for this, it's 1/10 of the size that it was initially. So you can do this for all movie files and converting it to MP4. So this is just one way to shrink the file size so that it's easier to distribute to people.